Hello YouTube, Atlanta to Dallas Aviation here with the long-awaited part 3 of my model haul from the 2023 DFW Airliners International show. So all I had left was one more 400 scale model and two 200 scale models. And so I'm going to go ahead and get right to this. Alright, so first of all, our last 400 scale model is this Lockheed C5M Super Galaxy, Dover Air Force Base. And our item number there is Golf Mike Uniform Sierra Alpha 122. And our registration number there, if you can see it, probably got too much glare. Anyway, trying to make it where you can see it. Yeah, that's a lot of glare, sorry. Registration is 69er-0024. And, whoops, bring this bad boy right in here. Alright, so bring us down a little bit. Getting ready for that 360. So this is my second C5M, probably my last, since I don't really collect the military ones, but I have a decent amount of military ones. So this is my second C5, and like I said, it'll probably be my last. It's a pretty awesome airplane though. Alright, let's get a little bit closer, why don't we? Alright. And unfortunately, I did not see any turntables. I did see turntables, but I didn't see any turntables for sale at the Airliners International. I probably would have bought one. Would really have been nice to see one in person and see how big the actual turntable is. Alright, here's our 360. We'll get our little close-up. Again, we'll see how close it lets me get before my camera freaks out. I think this is about it. Alright, so these aren't interactive, but as you can see, they've got a nice outline of where the nose would open up to take cargo into the front. U.S. Air Force titles and some additional insignias and things just below that. Got our hefty landing gear under there, and our roof mounted wings. Not a lot to be seen here. The U.S. Air Force insignia there, and the low vis configuration, I guess. And then back here, if we could see underneath, that's where the cargo door to load from the rear would be. Opens and closes. And then the very high T-tail with the Dover insignia there in light blue. Very, very nice. I recommend, now I'm out of focus. What did it focus on? If it's not focused on the airplane at hand. Okay, I don't know why I lost the focus, but there we go. I guess it was just some of that stuff in the background it was trying to focus on. But so even if you don't really collect the military ones, I can recommend getting at least a few. I understand that on videos and in pictures they just not that exciting, but they are really cool in person. So trust me when I say you really can't go wrong with the big, at least with the big boys like this one and the Globemaster. I can't remember I want to say C-17, but I'm not sure if that's right. But anyway, they really are nice in person. All right, that takes care of all the 400 that I got from the show. So we'll put him aside. The next one I'm going to share with you is this, oh wow, okay, this National Airlines 727-200 in the Sun King livery, basically their last livery before Pan Am merged with them, or vice versa, or Pan Am bought them out. I didn't do any history on that, but they did merge with Pan Am, and the surviving name was Pan Am, of course. And this one, so now they did make the 400 scale version of this, but Gemini, you really screwed it up. You had hush kits on it. This airline did not last long enough. Now this airplane may have had hush kits on it at some point, but it wasn't while it was serving as National Airlines. So that was a really bad screw up. And I would have gotten that one, but it had hush kit. So, I mean, I guess if you don't mind fantasy, that would have been fine. But I want it to be a little bit more obvious that it's fantasy than just something that looks like it was a screw up. But anyway, so your item number down there is Golf 2 November Alpha Lima 1060. And this model actually comes with one of the good stands, the simulated wood stands. So this one came with one of the good stands. And I'm going to set that up there. And let me grab the model that I had already taken out of the box. Wanted to make sure to save as much time as possible. All right. Now, this one's registration is November 4732, and nickname. little close. Nickname Virginia, which is right here. Looking gorgeous. Always liked National. I really like the Sun King. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the livery necessarily, but I always loved Sun King, so I had to get this one since it was at the show, and it was, I guess it was a reasonable price. I think I paid $75 for it. Man, look at this thing. And I have also noticed that this model feels like it's solid. And I've been getting models lately, like 737 MAX models, regardless of whose livery is on it. The next model that I'm going to show you, they're all like really light compared to how heavy this one is. So I'm not sure if that was how intentional that was. I'm sure you save some money on material if you don't make it solid. I don't know that it adds or subtracts any quality. But anyway, there is Virginia in the Sun King livery on a beautiful 727. Now let's get a closer look at her. Alright, we got our kind of gray nose, which I don't remember it being gray like that. I thought that the metal and stuff came all the way to the end, but I could be wrong. It was a very long time ago. And we got our L1 door with our name Virginia. And I can't quite tell on the video here, but we got our nice jewel up there for our navigation beacon. Our overwing exits. There's the registration just above the last two windows in the back there before we get to the L2 door. And then there's good old National. And one of my favorite liveries with the Sun King there. Number 2 engine back there for our 3-holer. Alright, so before it gets focused on anything there in the background, bring it back in. Got some antenna down there, got another beacon light underneath with the jewel. And there you have it. The 727 in National Airline livery with Sun King. Beautiful, beautiful plane. Next one we're going going to do like I said, this one is a beautiful livery. It's just, you know, since it's 200, I'm trying to be extremely careful on what I collect in 200. Just because I know that there's some stuff that I will really want in the future, and 200s are not cheap. So, but when you go to a show like this and you actually see some of these in person, it's kind of hard to resist. I won't lie. So, but anyway, so this is Hawaiian Airlines in its current livery on an A321neo. See the box there. That sticker says I paid $110 for it, but I don't think I paid $110 for it. Anyway, the item number there, Golf 2 Hotel Alpha Lima 809, and nothing else special about the box. I'll get the box up here. Grab the much lighter airplane than the other one, so definitely hollow. It has to be, because this should weigh about as much as that other one did. All right. Oops, that's probably a little bit too close for the 360. Alright, let's 360 this bad boy. Ah, look at that. My landing gear on this one sure is wobbly. Well, I mean, not landing gear, the nose gear is really wobbly on this one, which I didn't notice before. I hope that doesn't mean it's kind of broken or it's about to break. And there's the beautiful tail. Here's the rear. And there's our completed 360. Time to get our extra close up. All right. Got our L1 door with the titles in between the L1 and the L2 door. And right after the L2 door, we start the kind of silvery lay, which then extends over the wing, and then once it gets behind the wing, it starts to go under the wing. And we have a little bit of it on the winglet there. Then our registration on this aircraft is November 204 Hotel Alpha. You can see right there next to the American flag. the rear door, and then the lay gets some color in it before it starts heading up the tail, where we have our beautiful Hawaiian lady up there. She has a name, but I don't remember what her name is. And it's nothing as easy as what Alaska's Eskimo, we just call him Chester. Although that's probably not really his name either. But she has, if I remember correctly, she has a kind of difficult name to pronounce. But there she is, adorning the tail of the A321neo. And there you have it. So that covers all the models I got at the Airliners International show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you also enjoy everybody else's videos about what they bought, and you know, and it wasn't just models, of course. I mean, there was all sorts of memorabilia. I mean, all sorts of memorabilia. I don't recall there being like airline seats, you know, like a little row of seats to buy. Well, that would have been, I would have been in trouble, because I probably would have had to rent a truck or something and get those, since the show was being held in my current hometown. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my videos and other people's videos. Just a little update. So I just recently got a new table to put my boards on, as you can kind of see here. Unfortunately, the boards aren't all flat, so I have little grooves and stuff here, but it allowed me to put all my boards together in one place, so it helped my airport out a little bit by having it all in one place, rather than having half of it in one area and half in the other area. So this is just this is my fictional airport. I don't really do actual airports, because I like to have some play with what I put on my airport. So this is just a fictional airport, and so that's just what has happened here. Give you a little bit closer, view of what's going on down here. Got some Delta there, Southwest on at the top there, Breeze, some United and International down there at the end. And then over here, which I really couldn't display before, I've got some more International, and I think this box is getting in my way. Alright, let's move box over here now. And over here, we've got pretty much the only place I can park my A380. I've got several A380s, but my fictional airport can only handle one at a time. There's my tower. And then over here, there's some GSE in that box there, but over here, I've currently got it set up for maintenance facilities. Oops. We got an ANA over here sitting outside getting some maintenance done. And then there's the C5 just parked over here. Anyway, so that's what I have. So eventually I am going to do airport updates. I would prefer to have almost all fictional airports for everybody to fly to. So if you have a fictional airport, don't just make one up. You need to have like a channel in where you do fictional airport updates. Let me know what your fictional airport update, or not your update, but your fictional airport, what is its name and about where it's located, because I also keep some realism as to, you know, where airplanes can fly from my airport. So like my airport is located, like probably the closest thing would be maybe El Paso, just because my airport is a nation state, so it's supposed to be very large, have basically its own economy, and everybody in the world is able to fly there. And because it's a nation state, then you can use it as a hub to fly domestic Mexico or domestic American or domestic USA. So lots of possibilities there. So let me know if you have a fictional airport that you do videos on, and I will kind of add it to a list of fictional airports on top of actual airports that flights can fly from my fictional airport to. And maybe we can get to doing some airport updates. So that'll do it for me. Atlanta to Dallas Aviation. And I hope you have a great day, and I wish you happy collecting.